Hello students, welcome you all to our third session of our chapter number 12. Students, in the previous two sessions, we discussed regarding current, potential difference, that is voltage. Then we discussed Ohm's law, V equals to IR, that is Ohm's law. बाद हमने resistivity के बारे में discuss किया था. Okay, now proceeding further, in this session we have to discuss regarding the combination of resistors. There are two types of combination of resistors. First is series connection and another is parallel connection. और उनका derivation भी हमको करना है. So let us see the series connection of resistors. What do you mean by series connection of resistors? If in a circuit diagram the resistors are connected in sequence, देखो sequence में resistor connect किया गया है, then such type of connection is called series connection of resistors. Okay. Here, what is the important thing in series connection? The important thing is that the same current I flows through all the resistors. यहाँ से जो current I आ रहा है, जो R1 में जा रहा है, वही same current R2 में, and the same current will pass through R3 also. Okay, and it will complete the circuit. Okay, so what is the main important point in the series connection? That the same current passes through all the resistors. That is the main important point in the series connection. Now let us consider कि R1 पे potential difference कितना है V1, R2 पे कितना है V2 और R3 पे कितना है V3. Let V1, V2, V3 be the potential differences. Potential differences means what? Voltage across the resistors R1, R2, R3 respectively. Okay, तो obvious सी बात है कि ये जो V1, V2, V3 का जो total होगा वो कितना होगा? अपना जो applied voltage उतना होगा. So therefore V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, this all potential differences across these resistors, इनका जो sum होगा वो आपका net voltage होगा आपका. So V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is your equation number 1. So what we studied till now, that what is the series connection of resistors? The resistors are connected in series and the same current passes through all the resistors. Okay, here the current is same, but there are different voltages for different resistors. So V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, students. Now continuing further, we are applying Ohm's law over here. And what is Ohm's law? V equals to IR. ये पूरे complete circuit के लिए Ohm's law क्या होता है? V equals to IR. That is your equation number 2. Okay. Now V equals to IR अगर हमने पूरे complete circuit के लिए लगाया तो individual के लिए कैसे लगाएंगे हम लोग? तो V1 क्या होगा? IR1, V2 क्या होगा? IR2 and V3 क्या होगा? IR3. Apply Ohm's law in all these three parts. तीनों parts में Ohm's law लगा दिया. जैसे V equals to IR होता है तो V1 क्या होगा? IR1. I is not changing. Current is not changing. V1 और R1 change हो गया. So V1 equals to IR1, V2 equals to IR2 and V3 equals to IR3. Okay, in this way we got all these three equations. इसको number 3 दे दिया. Okay. So once again, what is Ohm's law? V equals to IR. Voltage equal to current into resistance. Okay. So this is the Ohm's law. The Ohm's law, ये जो Ohm's law ये पूरे circuit के लिए है, and this individual we are doing for each and everything. So V1 equals to IR1, V2 equals to IR2 and V3 equals to IR3. Now again let us take equation 1. What is the equation 1? V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. अब इसमें चारों की वैल्यू पुट करते हैं. V की वैल्यू, V1 की वैल्यू, V2 की वैल्यू, V3 की वैल्यू. So what is your V? Your V is IR. The value of V is IR. Okay, value of V1 is IR1 plus V2 is IR2 plus V3 is IR3 from this three. Okay, so what you got? V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. V की वैल्यू, V1 की वैल्यू, V2 की वैल्यू, V3 की वैल्यू. These are all from equation 2 and 3. From 2 and 3. Okay. So what we did now? IR equals to, इन तीनों में से I common ले सकते हैं. So we have taken I common. So what you got? R1 plus R2 plus R3 अंदर बच गया. Okay. Now cutting I from both the sides. Common term cut कर दिया. So you got R equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is the combination of the resistors. When the resistors are connected in series, then your net resistance R, net मतलब total resistance R of the circuit will be equal to the sum of the individual resistances. आपको अगर नेट रेजिस्टेंस R निकालना हो तो हर एक रेजिस्टेंस को प्लस कर दो, हर इंडिविजुअल रेजिस्टेंस का सम निकालो तो आपको नेट रेजिस्टेंस R मिल जाएगा. So that is the statement. For a series connection, the net resistance R is equal to the sum of the individual resistances R1, R2 and R3. ये तो मैंने तीन दिखाए. ऐसे आप कितने भी रेजिस्टेंस ले सकते हो सीरीज में. जितने भी रेजिस्टेंस आप सीरीज में लोगे वो सबको प्लस करेंगे तो आपको नेट रेजिस्टेंस R आ जाएगा. इधर लिख देता हूं, for a series connection. For a series connection. Okay, so for a series connection, the net resistance R. The net resistance R is equal to the sum of the individual resistances. I hope you understood students कि अगर आपको net resistance R निकालना हो सीरीज कनेक्शन में तो सारे इंडिविजुअल रेजिस्टेंस को प्लस कर देने का. 2 हो तो R1 plus R2, 3 हो तो R1 plus R2 plus R3. नेट रेजिस्टेंस हमको R मिल जाएगा. ओके, 4 हो तो चारों को प्लस करो तो R मिल जाएगा. I hope you understood students. Let us continue with the parallel connection of series. Okay. Now students, let us continue with the parallel connection of resistors. When the resistors are connected in parallel, जब अलग-अलग resistors जो है parallel में connected होते हैं तो उनका net resistance कैसे calculate करते हैं? What is the derivation for that? Okay, so first of all we should understand what do you mean by a parallel connection of resistors. You have to understand this circuit diagram. This circuit diagram is on page number 213 of our textbook. Okay, figure 12.10. So let us understand this circuit diagram. Okay students, what is that? This is the circuit diagram. Here the current I flows, okay, through the parallel connection of resistors. Parallel में देखो कैसे resistors सारे तीन अलग-अलग parallelly connected है. R1, R2, R3 is connected in parallel. And what is the important thing to remember? आपको पता है मैंने series connection में बताया था that in series connection same current flows through all the three resistors. तीनों resistors में same current same था और हर एक का अलग-अलग voltage था. But यहाँ पे उल्टा है. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? The current will be distributed among all the three resistors. तीनों resistors में current distribute हो गया. The current flowing through R1 is I1, the current flowing through R2 is I2, and the current flowing through R3 is I3. एक करंट I आ रहा है, this I same current I is distributing. It is distributing between the three resistors. तीनों resistors में बढ़ के पास होके again it will combine to form the current I here. Okay, जब तक ये resistors में है तीनों करंट अलग-अलग flow करेगा. Okay, and then again they will combine to complete the circuit and then फिर से current I बन जाएंगे. So what is the important thing to remember? That in series connection the same current flows through all the resistors. But in parallel connection, the different currents flows in different resistors. Current बढ़ जाता है. But series connection में voltage तीनों में अलग-अलग था. Here the voltage remains the same. The potential difference V is same for all the three resistors. Voltage हमेशा हम parallel में लगाते हैं. Okay, potential difference. Now let us see here. Let I1, I2, I3, I1, I2, I3 be the currents across the resistors R1, R2, R3 respectively. Okay, R1 में से I1 current, R2 में से I2 current and R3 में से I3 current. Okay, now what you will get? Obvious सी बात है कि ये जो total I current है वो तीनों का total है. Okay, so I equals to what? I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. This current I is distributing into three parts. So current I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. This is your equation number 1. Now let us continue to apply Ohm's law. वैसे Ohm's law क्या होता है? V equals to IR. ओके, वहां पे जब V अलग-अलग था तो हमने V के फॉर्मेट में लिया. यहाँ पे I अलग-अलग है तो I के फॉर्मेट में लेंगे. Ohm's law का तो बहुत सारे फॉर्मेट है. So I equals to V by R. I equals to V by R. ये तो वही है ना, जैसे V equals to क्या होता है? V equals to IR. तो I की वैल्यू चाहिए तो क्या हो जाएगा? V by R. If you want the value of I, if you want value of I, it will be V by R. Okay students, so you got Ohm's law as I equals to V by R. This is for the full circuit. Okay, that is your equation number 2. तो अगर ये full circuit का current I equal to V by R है तो अलग-अलग I1, I2, I3 तीनों पे हम Ohm's law लगाते हैं. तो I1 क्या हो जाएगा? V by R1, I2 will be V by R2 and I3 will be V by R3. This same formula for all three currents and we know that यहाँ पे voltage change नहीं हो रहा है, इसलिए सब में voltage same ही है V. Okay, so I1 is V by R1, I2 is V by R2 and I3 is V by R3. Okay students, this is equation number 3. Now let us again take equation 1. Equation 1 क्या है? I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now let us put the values. Okay. तो कैसे वैल्यू पुट करेंगे? सबसे पहले I is what? V by R. I is V by R equal to I1. I1 is V by R1. I2 is V by R2 and I3 is V by R3. Okay. This is from 2 and 3. 2 में से मैंने V by R उठाया और 3 में से मैंने सारे वैल्यूज उठा दिए. Okay. Now what I will do? This is V by R equals to, I can take V common from all these three. So V common ले लिया, so what is remaining inside the bracket? 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. These are the three terms remaining. Okay. Now we can cut V from both the sides. V cut हो गया, तो यहाँ पे क्या बच गया? 1 upon R. R is your net resistance. So 1 upon R equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. तो सीरीज में क्या मिला था? सीरीज में मिला था कि नेट रेजिस्टेंस क्या होता है? हर एक का टोटल सबको प्लस कर दो. इसमें ऐसा नहीं है. इसमें नेट रेजिस्टेंस का रेसिप्रोकल मतलब 1 upon R equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. अगर 4 हो गया तो प्लस 1 upon R4. ओके, मतलब हर एक का रेसिप्रोकल का प्लस करोगे तो आपको नेट रेजिस्टेंस का भी क्या मिलेगा? रेसिप्रोकल मिलेगा. So what is the statement? Look at the statement. The reciprocal of the net resistance, is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistance. इंडिविजुअल रेजिस्टेंस के रेसिप्रोकल का अगर आप सम करोगे तो आपको नेट रेजिस्टेंस का क्या मिलेगा? रेसिप्रोकल मिलेगा. ओके, इन अ पैरेलल कनेक्शन. So in a parallel connection, how will you get the net resistance? The reciprocal of the net resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistance. जितने भी तीन रेजिस्टेंस होंगे या चार होंगे, उन हर एक का रेसिप्रोकल को प्लस करो तो नेट रेजिस्टेंस का भी रेसिप्रोकल मिलेगा, उल्टा मिलेगा. Okay, so this is the derivation for the parallel connection. These are the derivations which can be asked in the examinations. Okay, so you have to prepare these derivations. Okay students, copy down it. Now students, let us discuss the new topic, that is heating effect of electric current. What do you mean by heating effect of electric current? Yes students, whenever we supply electric current, some amount of heat energy is dissipated. Okay, it is evolved, some amount of heat energy is evolved, that is called heating effect of electric current. For example, when we switch on our fan, okay, we are giving electric current to the fan and the fan rotates. और बहुत देर तक जब फैन रोटेट करता है, अगर आप बाद में बंद करके फैन को टच करके देखो तो गर्म हो गया होता है. Understood? It means that some heat is also produced there. Understood? So that is the heating effect of electric current. Now ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई अभी वो हीट तो आपको यूज होता नहीं है, so that is the loss for us. But this heating effect is also useful for us. Where in the electric geyser, हमारे घरों में हम पानी गर्म करने के लिए गीजर ऑन करते हैं, तो वहां पे हम इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी देते हैं, तो वो क्या प्रोड्यूस करता है? हीट एनर्जी. अंडरस्टूड? एंड दैट हीट एनर्जी इज यूज्ड टू हीट द वाटर. सिमिलरली इलेक्ट्रिक टोस्टर, ओके, जिसमें हम लोग ब्रेड या सैंडविच कुछ बनाते हैं, ओके, तो वो उसमें हम लोग रख देते हैं ब्रेड और बाद में स्विच ऑन करते हैं तो उसको हीट करके हमको टोस्ट बना के दे देता है. ओके, तो दीज आर द यूजर्स आल्सो. ओके, समटाइम्स द एनर्जी इज वेस्टेड. ओके, जैसे हमने फैन ऑन किया तो फैन जो है धीरे धीरे उसमें हीट भी प्रोड्यूस होती है, एंड दैट हीट इज नॉट यूजफुल टू अस, सो दैट इज द लॉस, बट इन सम केसेस इट इज यूजफुल टू अस आल्सो. ओके, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिराइव Joule's law. Joule's law. How will you derive Joule's law? So students, in the first session we have discussed the formula for the potential difference. Potential difference का क्या formula था? Work done upon charge. V equals to W upon Q. Work done upon charge. Okay students, so from here what will be the formula for work done? W equals to what? V into Q. So W equals to V into Q. This is your equation number 1. Once again, voltage equal to work done upon charge. So work done equals to voltage into charge. Equation number 1. Now again in the first video we have done the definition of current. Current is charge upon time. Formula for current is Q upon T. So from here how you will get Q? Q कैसे मिलेगा? I into T. So Q equals to I into T. Let us put this value of Q. Q की वैल्यू कितनी निकली? I into T in equation number 1. Equation 1 में डाल देते हैं. So putting in equation 1, W equals to V into Q और Q की जगह क्या लगा दिया? I into T. Okay students, let us once again repeat. हमने क्या बोला? V equal to W upon Q. So W work done क्या मिलेगा? Voltage into charge. V into Q. That is the equation number 1. Now I equals to what? Q upon T. So Q equals to I into T. Okay, let us put this value of Q I into T here. Okay, तो W क्या हो जाएगा? V into I into T. That is your equation number 2. Now let us discuss the Ohm's law. Ohm's law क्या होता है? V equals to IR. V equals to IR. We are putting this V equals to IR in equation 2. Equation 2 में जहाँ पे V है ना, वहाँ पे हम IR लगा देंगे. Okay, so putting in equation 2, W equals to यहाँ पे V था, तो V की जगह क्या लगा दिया? IR into I into T. V की जगह पे क्या लगा दिया? IR into I into T. So W equals to means what? I into I is multiplied 2 times here. I into I is I square R and T. So W equals to I square R T, where I is current, R is resistance and T is time. And this work done is equal to what? It is equal to the heat energy produced during the process. ये जो हम लोग T जितने टाइम के लिए इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास करते हैं, अगर आपने किसी भी सर्किट में T जितने टाइम के लिए, how much time? For T time you are passing the electric current I and the resistance of the circuit is R, then how much heat energy will be released? H equal to ये जो W है वो क्या बन जाएगा? Heat energy. H equal to I square RT. This much heat energy is released, okay, through the material. Okay, so this equation is known as Joule's law. H equal to I square RT. I hope you understood the derivation. Very easy है. लास्ट में W equal to V into I into T, तो V की जगह पे IR लगा दिया, Ohm's law. So it is I square RT. And this work done is nothing else. It is equal to the heat energy produced. So इसको heat energy को H नाम दे दिया. So H equals to I square RT. This is the Joule's law. So from Joule's law, what you can say? We can say that heat energy produced is directly proportional to what? Square of the current. Heat energy is directly proportional. ये proportional का symbol है. Okay. Heat energy is directly proportional to the square of the current. Heat energy is directly proportional to resistance, and heat energy is directly proportional to time. Okay. What is the meaning of the word directly proportional? मतलब इन तीनों में से कोई भी क्वांटिटी बढ़ेगी तो हीट एनर्जी क्या होगा? बढ़ेगा. करंट बढ़ेगा तो हीट भी बढ़ेगा, रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा तो भी हीट बढ़ेगा, टाइम बढ़ेगा तो भी हीट बढ़ेगा. So heat energy depends upon the square of the current, resistance and time. Okay students, so this is the heating effect of electric current. Okay, now we will discuss the practical applications of the heating effect of electric current. Okay, the practical applications is given on page number 218. Okay, practical applications of heating effect of electric current. So first of all we have seen that there are some of the processes where the heat energy is waste. For example, when we switch on a fan, okay, we need that the electrical energy should be converted into mechanical energy only. खाली fan rotate होना चाहिए. But that heat energy is also converted into that electrical energy is also converted into heat energy, जिससे fan गर्म हो जाता है. Understood? And that heat energy is not usable for us. So it is a loss. Okay, but there are some appliances, like which appliances? Electric iron. Okay, then इलेक्ट्रिक टोस्टर, इलेक्ट्रिक ओवन, माइक्रोवेव ओवन होता है ना, देन इलेक्ट्रिक केटल, दूध गर्म करने के इलेक्ट्रिक केटल आता है, इलेक्ट्रिक हीटर, इलेक्ट्रिक गीजर. दीज आर ऑल अप्लायंसेस वर्किंग ऑन दिस हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. और ये सब अच्छे अप्लायंसेस और हमको यूजेबल है. उसमें इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हीट में कन्वर्ट होता है, एंड दैट heat energy we are using, तो वहां पर हमारे लिए यूजेबल है. ओके, इवन दिस हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट इज यूजेबल इन द ट्यूब लाइट्स और बल्ब्स. ये जो बल्ब और ट्यूबलाइट होता है ना, उसमें भी हमको काम आता है. तो आपको ऐसा लगता होगा कि हम तो whenever we switch on the light, we want that the electric current should be converted into light energy. Okay, but how is that light energy produced? So let me discuss. The electric heating is also used to produce light as in an electric bulb में. Actually, if you have seen an electric bulb, कभी बल्ब निकाल के देखा है? There is a thin filament, एक thin wire होता है उसके अंदर. Understood? And that thin filament is made up of what? It is made up of tungsten. It is an alloy, tungsten से बना हुआ होता है. Okay? The filament must retain as much as of the heat generated in the possible, so that it gets very hot and emits light. Okay, ये जो बना होता है वो किससे? strong metal tungsten से बना होता है. So when we switch on the electric current, जैसे हम switch on करते हैं, the electric current passes through the metal tungsten, वो जो पतला सा वायर होता है बल्ब के अंदर, and it gets very much heated due to the heating effect of the electric current. Electric current जैसे ही metal tungsten पे जाएगा, it will continuously heat that metal, and when it heats too much, when the tungsten is heated too much, it starts radiating energy in the form of light. वो टंगस्टन इतना गर्म हो जाता है कि वो लाइट के फॉर्म में एनर्जी रेडिएट करता है. इसी के लिए हमको बल्ब ग्लो करता हुआ नजर आता है. So how is the bulb glowed? Once again, when we switch on the light, the electric current passes through that thin small wire जो बल्ब के अंदर होता है. That is tungsten. It is a metal. Okay, it starts getting heated. बहुत heat, एकदम red hot heat. Okay, and it then after getting so much heated, it will start radiating energy. Okay, and that energy is in the form of light. इसके लिए हमको बल्ब ग्लो करता हुआ नजर आता है. Let me read this. The filament must retain as much as of the heat generated as is possible, so that it gets very hot and emits light. After getting very hot, it will emit light. It must not melt at high temperature. Okay, ऐसा नहीं कि इतना गर्म होने के बाद कई बार तो क्या होता है, कुछ मेटल्स गर्म होने के बाद मेल्ट हो जाएंगे. The metal should not melt. So which metal we are using? Tungsten. Tungsten has a very high melting point. कितना भी गर्म करो वो मेल्ट नहीं होगा. So it has a very high melting point, such as tungsten. And what is the melting point of tungsten? 3380 degrees Celsius. 3380 degrees Celsius. It is used for making the bulb filaments. The filament should be thermally isolated as much as possible using insulating support. Okay, so in this way we have seen that wherever electric current passes, some amount of heat energy is produced, and that heat energy dissipates in the atmosphere. Okay, कहीं जगह पे हमको यूज होते नहीं है और कहीं जगह पे उसको हम यूज करते हैं कुछ अप्लायंसेस में. Okay, so this is the heating effect of electric current. Okay, now students, there is a last topic called electric power, but that topic is deducted in our syllabus, so we are not going to discuss that syllabus. Okay, so in the next lecture I will start with the numericals. We will discuss the numericals. मैं examples कुछ solve करके दूंगा of this chapter. Till then, thank you students. Go through this derivations today. Okay.